If you haven't already, be sure to grab your free copy of my first two books, Frugalpreneur and Authorpreneur, by going to thesarahstjohn.com/free. That's THESARAHSTJOHN.com/free. Now on to the show. Welcome to the Frugalpreneur podcast. I am your host, Sarah St. John, and today we have Oliver from Headliner. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Sarah.
And can you tell us a little bit about Headliner, how it got started and what it is?
Sure. So Headliner originally started a couple years ago, kind of as a pivot. So our company, we created a mobile app called Spareman that allowed people to connect in their free time and record and share audio conversations, kind of like a lightweight way to start podcasting or to record interviews, stuff like that. And one feature of that app was the ability to make a visualization of your audio. So you could add a moving waveform and some images to it. And just that feature of the app was basically the only thing that people really wanted to use. And so it just started growing around that. We released kind of like a really lightweight version of Headliner, and that started getting a lot more usage than our app did. So we decided to switch over to Headliner completely, as I said, a couple of years ago. And so we've been focused on that ever since. And what Headliner does is it allows podcasters, radio shows, audiobooks, anything with audio to make it ready for social media. So right now, you can't really share an MP3 or any sort of audio file directly onto any of the social networks. We make that possible by, you can take your audio, upload it into Headliner, add a moving waveform, images, video, GIFs, captions, any of that kind of stuff that you need to make it look good, and then share your audio to social media. So he basically helps people discover your podcast by giving a little sample of it to people online.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I use it myself. So waveform, is that the same thing as audiogram? Are they interchangeable words?
An audiogram, yeah, I mean, audiogram, so I think that term came from this, I believe it was from WNYC, or NPR affiliate or station up in New York City, had a kind of like this open source hackathon project, and they wanted to see if they could make audio go viral on the web. And so they kind of made these things they called audiograms, which were an image, and it ended up rendering a video, but it was basically a still image and a moving waveform on top of it, and then the audio underneath. And I think that's what they call an audiogram. And then just the little waveform that's moving on that is the moving waveform.
Oh, okay. All right. And on your website, it says that social video generates 1,200% more shares than text and image content combined?
Yeah, I mean, that's a few studies have been done that show that. And then we've actually done our own tests, mostly on Facebook and Instagram, showing that using a video versus a still image will get you, in those tests we did, about 6 times more engagement than just a static image.
And I guess that's because it just grabs people's attention easier.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think if you think about, video itself is becoming one of the main sources of most of the traffic. A lot of traffic on the web is going towards just video content. The human brain can process visual imagery much faster than audio alone. So kind of as humans, we're like biologically disposed to interacting with visual content in a very quick ways. So video help, when you put video out there, it just gets a faster reaction from people than other stuff, than images or audio or things like that might be online.
So if someone recorded a podcast and they wanted to create a waveform or audiogram out of it, could they do their whole episode, or does it have to be clipped?
So on Headliner, you can do both. Most people use it for a short clip. It's basically like take, 30 seconds of an episode and then put it on, say, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. LinkedIn is actually becoming pretty popular for this too. And then link back to wherever you want people to go to listen to the full episode, whether it's your website or, you're linking to iTunes, or sorry, I guess it's called Apple Podcasts now, Google, Spotify, wherever it is that you want to direct people to, you can do that.
Yeah, because it looks like you can do a full episode for up to 2 hours, and then, you can do little clips, because obviously some, like Twitter, I think, and Instagram, you can only do so many seconds. So
Right, exactly. Yeah, the full episode, most people use that to post the full episode to YouTube. And so YouTube, while people think of that as a video platform, and it is, a lot of people use that for in an audio sense. So people will listen to stuff on YouTube all day. And so it's another good place to have your content out there to reach that audience. So we kind of make it easy to take your up to 2 hours of an episode, turn that into an audiogram with an image and moving waveform, and put that on YouTube for people to find.
And I love how you can customize the background color, the waveform color, and even how the waveform itself looks. And there's just a lot of customization options.
Yeah, definitely. We made it, it's kind of like a light version of a fully featured video editor. So you can do all types of stuff to match your podcast's look and feel, the colors, different waveform. You can actually upload your own fonts so that you can match exactly whatever font you want to use. And then, of course, video, you can add video. Sometimes people will take videos or images of the in-studio recordings they're doing, and then they can use those to upload into Headliner and then use that for the final video they output to social media.
So how do the animations and GIFs and videos work?
In Headliner, you can basically go into a project, you upload your audio, and then if you want to make so there's a few different ways you can make videos. We have wizards that'll take you through making specific kinds of videos. So there's an audiogram wizard, which helps you make audiograms. There's a video transcription wizard, which helps you add captions to videos. And then we have an automation wizard, which kind of basically what you do there is you find your podcast and link your feed into Headliner, and then choose a template, choose how long you want the video to be, and it'll just kind of crank out videos every time you release a new episode. Or you can choose to have one every day or every week sent to you, and you'll get videos to share to social that way. And so all these wizards kind of make it easy to make videos very quickly. But if you want to dive a little deeper into Headliner, you can open up videos in our actual editor. And in the editor, there's different media tracks, and you can add pretty much as many as you want there. And so when you go into a media track, you can we've hooked into a few different image libraries, a few sources of stock video. We're linked up with right now Tenor, which is a repository of GIFs. So you can go in there, search for the images, videos, or GIFs you want, and then just keep adding those to the timeline in Headliner and basically create all types of stuff there. I've even seen people use Headliner to make music videos. So it's similar to kind of like iMovie or Premiere or any of those video editing products, but it's all hosted online, and we kind of provide you with access to the images and videos that you might want to use for your stuff.
Oh, that's interesting. So, because basically the only way I've used it so far is basically as an audiogram, where it's like an image of either the podcast cover art or something, and then has the waveform.
Mhm.
But so what you're saying is you could still have your audio going, but have a GIF playing. I might have to try that. That's interesting.
Yeah, you should give it a shot.
And then it auto transcribes the audio as well?
Yeah, so you turn on transcription. When you upload your audio, if you want captioning to happen, you turn on transcription and then select the language that you want it to be, and then it'll transcribe it. And then you can go in and edit the captions because it's all automatically done, so they're not going to be 100% accurate. So you can go in afterwards and kind of adjust those transcriptions. And then, the captions, just like the other stuff, you can add your own fonts, pick between all different types of styles, really make it as customized as you want to.
You can also set it up for multiple different sizes, because some sizes are for Twitter and Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And so could you do one video and then have it?
Yeah, I think I know what you're. So like you're saying, so if you want, say, one of the more popular aspect ratios is square. So like a square video, because square will work well for Twitter, for example, on mobile and desktop. So you can take a square video in Headliner, and if you want it to be landscape, you can just copy a project from one aspect ratio to another. And then basically you'll have, and if you want to do Instagram stories and you want vertical video, you can copy to that as well.
With the automation, I guess if you wanted a full episode, that could easily be done. But if you wanted to do a little clip, how would that work with the automation? Because you'd obviously want a certain part of the episode. So wouldn't you have to go in and change that up?
So that's up to people kind of. So we built a technology that will go in and try and identify interesting clips, and then it picks one of them. And then if you want to use that one, that you can use it. If not, you basically go to the project and you can reclip, either enter in time codes or just use our clipper to find the exact section of your episode you want. So you basically just click a couple buttons and then you can update the finished video with the exact clip you want.
And then you can set it up to auto post to Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram and all that, or?
We don't have that part built yet. Essentially,
Oh,
right
okay.
now, it sends you the video or notification that the video is ready, and then you can kind of take the video and you can share it from Headliner, but you can't do it automatically yet. But that's something we're kind of working on and thinking. Well, we're thinking about. I would imagine we'll come out with that feature you're describing before the end of the year.
Oh, okay. Are there any other features y'all are working on?
Yeah, we're working on lots of stuff. So yeah, right now we're kind of focused in on, we have some partnerships coming out. So we've done a lot of integrations with Headliner. So if you're using like Libsyn or Castos or a host of other different podcast hosting companies, you can actually make Headliner videos from within those platforms.
Mm.
And then, so we're, working on stuff like that. And then also we're working on just like basically making it really easy to edit the captions, because it is a little bit tedious sometimes to edit captions no matter where you're doing it. And so we want to kind of see if we can improve that process a bit too. We're also working on making some more interesting videos. So right now there's Audiograms, which have been out for a long time and they're great, but we think we can make some more effects heavy videos that would be a little bit more like what you might see in like not exactly a movie trailer, but kind of more like like more animated internet video than just standard audiograms. So we're working on that too.
Oh, okay, wow. And didn't y'all start out, I guess, completely free, and now you still have a free plan, but then you have like a $13 a month plan as well?
Yeah, that's correct. So originally the whole thing was completely free. And then we had some ideas about how to we tried to like basically keep it for as free for as long as we could, but we just ended up getting so many people signing up and basically also wanting us to build features that were maybe like a little different than what we were planning on building. But so in order to be able to do that stuff, we ended up putting in some payment plans. And so yeah, there's basically 3 levels right now. There's the free plan, which gets you 10 unwatermarked videos per month, and then after 10 it'll just add a watermark, but you can still make as many videos as you want. And then the free plan, you can do unlimited videos, and it has access to some premium image sources. That's only been out for about a year now, the paid version, but we've always tried to keep the free version should cover most people and help most podcasters should be able to get what they need out of the free plan.
Yeah, I found that I've only had to use the free plan. It seems pretty generous for a free plan. I mean,
Yeah, it is. It is pretty generous. We're a business, so we're trying to figure out the right balance still of like, is it too generous? Is it fine? So we're going to probably be experimenting there depending on lots of different factors. But yeah, there'll always be like a free plan that should cover a large portion of podcasters.
all right. Well, I think you covered everything I wanted to go over. Was there anything else that you wanted to touch on that I hadn't asked about?
I mean, the main thing, I guess, would be just, if anyone listening to this who's a podcaster has any questions or wants any help with promoting their podcast using video, or I can help out and direct to someone on our team to help you get set up with a template or any thing like that for your podcast, you can just shoot me an email, Oliver@Headliner.app. Also, we are at Headliner Video on social media. Pretty much any platform you go to, we'll be there. Under @Headliner Video. And if you post videos using Headliner and tag us on social, we do a weekly blog post where we pick like our top 10 podcast videos of the week. And so maybe you'll get featured.
I've noticed that. I need to do that because the ones I've posted, I don't think I've tagged y'all, but I should start doing that.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. We have someone on our team going through and kind of combing social through all the videos every week and picking out the ones she likes. So it's been fun. I mean, I think one of the main things we always try to do is focus on the podcasters, try to help them get some more visibility. And it's been a lot of fun.
Well, I appreciate your time today, and people can find you at Headliner.app. And then I'll also have show notes at thesarahstjohn.com/headliner.
Great. Thanks for having me.
If you enjoyed and found value from this episode, I'd greatly appreciate it if you rate, review, subscribe, and share at ratethispodcast.com/frugalpreneur. Until next time.